Hello YouTube, today for your viewing pleasure I'd like to do a MagMotor teardown. So here on your left I have a industry standard MagMotor. This comes from some piece of industrial equipment. This was purchased off eBay. The model number is s28-e-300-fx. On the right is a combat specific MagMotor. This one came from eBay. It was used, and the number is s28-bp-400X. So step 1 is take out the brushes. Step 2 is use 1.5mm Allen wrench and loosen off these two screws in the front cap. That's a late model addition to keep the front cap from rotating. After those are loosened off, I would use the Ugga gun and rattle these things out and be right back with you. And here you can see both of the motors. See, they're clearly of the same lineage. The magnet cans are virtually identical, except that this one has the longer stack length, 300 versus 400. If I put the two stacks right next to each other, see the difference in length. But what's more important is if I put the commutators next to each other, you can see that the one on the Combat MagMotor is maybe 5 centimeters longer? 3 centimeters longer? A third again as much material, commutator material. And the other telling thing is the brush cap. So this is the standard brush cap. It's been reduced, whereas this one, which is the combat brush cap, has actually been plus size. It's actually larger than the motor diameter can versus smaller. But again, the construction is very similar. It's all, I believe, billet. And the other telling thing is in the brushes. Here's the Combat Mag brush versus the stock brush. Let's put it on some white background. So you can see how the Combat Mag brush kind of necks down. And if I hold the stock brush right next to it, you can see that it's only slightly bigger. So this is the trick to MagMotor getting to Carlo getting the power out of the MagMotors, was plus sizing the commutator, like double plus sizing the brushes, and then on top of that, even after all that work, this is still the weak point in this motor, and this is the part that fries. It's hard to tell on this camera, but this is already kind of pretty scorchy. Like this has been heated pretty well. But if you look at the front of the motor, it's like pristine. And that's how all of the burnt ones I have seen are. The front is pristine, the back is toast, the commutator's blown up on the 48 volt ones, is dripping solder out of some connection somewhere. So hopefully that gives a little bit of insight into why this 4.5 horsepower motor is really only a 400 or 500 watt motor. So also in future I hope to do the side-by-side comparison of the MagMotor versus the AmpFlow A28 motor. So that's all for now. Righto and oot!